Hello everyone. I thought I would upload a tutorial. They seem popular on YouTube, so I thought I would do one of my favourites, which you will no doubt have gathered, as I already have two covers of it. It's Inflatable You by Minchin. So, I mean, I've hunted around YouTube to sort of find any tutorials and teaching guides and sort of see their spin on it. The best one by far is Scott Petrulangelo's. That's a really good take on it. It's very accurate. It's good. It's a good starting point. I just thought I would basically tell you everything he tells you, but sort of give you maybe a slightly more insightful look at how maybe the bass works, and generally how I do it, and then you can obviously take that away with you, take away some of the tips that I do, and transform it into your own version. Yeah, that's about it really. So if you've watched any tutorials, and then you already know it starts in E flat 6, which is comprised of, you know, E flat, G, B flat, C, and E flat again. He will run up the scale typically on a performance. He'll obviously say this is a love song, run up the scale of E flat 6. So there we go. Now for the verses, it's just blocks of 4 essentially. It's 4/4 time. The chord progression is E flat 6, which is E flat. Sorry, not E. Starts on E flat there. It's G, B flat, C, and E flat. That's where I start there. And the bass, I just alternate between 2 or 3 of the notes used in the chord that you're presently on in the right hand. So as I'm on sort of E flat 6 there, I will alternate between, you know, the 2 dominant notes of that chord, which are E flat and B flat. So the right hand will go C7, F minor 7, B flat 7, F minor 7 again, B flat 7 again, and then E flat, and then on B flat 7, and the bass will go something like this, and here we go. That's how I do that. So altogether, that will sound like this. That's it. On the third verse, it changes slightly. Instead of ending on that sort of C, B, B flat sort of ending on B flat 7, you actually have to finish on the third verse on E flat again. You have to finish on that so you can transition into, you know, into the bridge. So on the third one, instead of going, what you'll end up doing is going and going from B flat and C, G and E flat, and then hold that, a bit of sustain, hold that on E flat. Then you'll go to E major 7, which is, I use, in the right hand I use B, E flat and A flat, so it's A major 7. I'll use the bass stepping down from E down to C sharp, and holding that chord in the right hand. Then I will go from, in the bass, this is from F sharp up to G sharp, holding that chord again, in that sort of weird movement that he does it sort of all in one go very quickly. So you go, you hold that chord, add the B at the top, then I move those 2 down, both the B's down to B flat, and bring them back, except I don't include the top one on the third bit. Then you move down to A major 7, and it's the same, exactly the same shape. If you were to literally just move that, you could literally move it. But obviously the notes here, you've got your bass on the left, it starts on A, I have E, G sharp and C sharp there. Same movement, step down to F sharp, holding that chord again, maybe adding an E at the top, and then you go from G sharp 7 to C sharp 7 to F sharp minor 7 and to B. You can either add a 7th or a 9th or a 13th, just experiment, see which one sounds best. All I'm doing for the bass on these parts is using octaves, and on the step up parts where it's going just basically, I change it up a bit, but for the basic method, you just want the octave with the middle, the fifth note of that. So the dominant. So if I was on C sharp there, if I was stepping up, I would use the G sharp. Very common technique in a lot of piano songs. So always doing that. That's just basic. I tend to change it up, but for you guys, this is what you want to start with. Take it away with you, change it up. After that bit, a little bit long-winded, sorry about that. Go back to the start again, and still on the bridge here, back to the E major 7. Step down again to the C sharp bass. Again, repeating it. And all I do is move from there, I go to A major, I don't think anything else needs to be included here. And then to F sharp minor 7. And stepping up through G sharp 7, C sharp 7 again, and then this time going from the F sharp minor 7, ending on the B, but then going straight down to B flat. Then it goes back to the verse again, then back to the bridge again. On the next lot of verses, when you sort of you never wake up when I snore at all, you've got a walking bass line this time, and all I tend to do is just again use the notes of the chords and just use passing notes to transition to the next lot. So for E flat to C7, I would go something like that sort of thing. And again doing blocks of 4, but it feels slightly offset. I would do each block after each note, etc, etc. All I would say is on the first one, it's slightly different, and I'll perform it, see if you can spot what I'm doing. You never wake up when I snore at all, a trick which I find quite adorable. You got a box and you are storable, ignorable, backdoorable you. But on that bit, instead of going through to the going back through and alternating between the F minor 7 and the B flat, you cut straight back to E flat and end it real quickly. It's a real short verse, then 2 normal verses, then a break where you piss around with Jack Kerouac and Burt Bacharach, etc. And then when you get to the solo, the chord progression is slightly different. Well, essentially it's exactly the same, but you start on the F minor 7, then go through to B flat 7, then go to E flat, then go to C7, and then go back to F minor 7. So just starting in a different order, and that's for solo. You're going to have to improvise and do your own thing, because you are not going to match what Tim Minchin can do. That's just stupid. And other than that, all you do is after the solo end with the Beatles sort of style, and end with sort of big deep basses down here, starting again in the chord progression of starting in F minor 7, then to B flat 7, then to E flat 6, and then C7, and just again do those block chords and just listen to the performances, whichever one you sort of want to emulate and copy. I like So Fucking Rock, I think that's the most polished one. I do something like this. Might step up a bit and come all the way up here, back down there, and then end with the E flat there. Step it all up one semitone, back down again, and then use D sharp or E flat, G and B flat, and go up there. So it's basically going up the E flat 6 scale again, but using a D instead of a C. So going an end. I hope this helped. Any problems or queries or any challenges on what I've done, drop me a line. I'm happy to help. Thank you very much.